Hello, everyone. We are live once again. The old bull is manning the fort, holding it down for the young calf while he's on his epic family vacation out in Orlando. So, tonight, Celtics game two, baby. And somehow or another, just leave it to the media. There's negative talk out there about the Celtics. How is that possible? Very good question. But, leave it to those people, media, even local media, to come up with something negative about this team. It's just, people need something to talk about. So whatever, let them do it. So my big keys for tonight are, let's take a look at Jason Tatum, okay? Because here's where the media comes in. There's talk, for some reason, they're comparing Anthony Edwards to Tatum out all of a sudden. This is the national media. No idea why. It's not like back and forth. They've been talking smack with each other or anything like that. But, Anthony Edwards, he's been on a tear. He's been playing really great for the Timberwolves. They have the champs down, 2-0, beat them twice on their home floor. Now they're going back to Minnesota. So, I get it. Anthony Edwards has been terrific, right? He's 22 years old. It's 4 years younger than Tatum. This is the furthest he's ever been in the playoffs, okay? And, so there's a lot of chatter. Who would you rather have right now? Give me the sure thing. Tatum has been there, done that. This is the year it feels like he's going to break through. These two are very well possibly on a collision course for, the finals. That would be amazing. Absolutely would love that. So we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, it's a lot of the national media are saying that they would take Anthony Edwards over Tatum. So here's what I'm worried about. Tatum hears this. You absolutely, positively know Tatum hears this. He probably takes it personal. I'm hoping he doesn't. I'm hoping Tatum just sticks with what he is doing, which is playing corny, boring, winning basketball. For the most part, he's taking the shots when it's there. He's not playing a lot of ISO ball. His rebounds are way up from the regular season, which means he's hustling hard. His assists are up, which means he's looking for teammates because his teammates have been performing amazing, which is what a good leader does. And his defense has stepped up a notch over the regular season as well. He had 3 blocks the other day. So, and he's been a force out there on that end of the floor. All of that stuff is the reason why the Celtics are winning every one of these playoff games by more than 20 points. That's not a small deal. I know the Heat were undermanned. I know Cleveland's not on the Celtics level, but we're still talking about playoff games. Playoff games. Anytime you win a playoff game by more than 20 points, it's impressive. So far, in the 6 games the Celtics have played, they have won 4 of them by more than 20 points. So don't change a thing, Tatum. Don't listen to these people. Keep doing what you're doing. There is a chance tonight that he tries to make a statement, tries to show these people, oh, yeah, watch what I can do, and puts up 40-something, 50-something. I don't mind that as long as he's hitting his shots. He's taking good shots. He's not passing up wide open teammates for great shots for him to just take an okay shot. He doesn't do that. I don't have a problem with it. All right. So, but
GPS signal lost.
Make no mistake about it. Tatum's listening to that crap. Hopefully he doesn't take the bait. We'll have to see what happens. The other negative talk around the Celtics is people are predicting that they're just going to basically do what they're doing all the way to the finals, which is just sleepwalk their way to June and then just go up against either Minnesota or OKC. And what they're saying is, because they're going to breeze through these games, are they going to be, tough enough when they actually go up against competition on their level? Are we supposed to purposely keep the games close? The Celtics, are we supposed to do that on purpose to challenge ourselves at the end of the game? I don't quite understand that thinking. So, the negative feedback we're getting from the media is, oh, well, Celtics are screwing themselves because they're so good. They're just winning these games easy. So when they go up against a worthy opponent, they're not going to be ready. We're going to see what we've seen from them in the last few years when they've choked in the playoffs. And there has been a little bit of choke in the playoffs when it comes to the Celtics, but, they are still young. There's really only one guy on this team who was a true veteran, and that was Al Horford. You can make a case that Smart's a couple years older than Brown, and that is true. But Smart never felt like a good natural leader, okay? He was a great hustle player. He had his moments where he was amazing. He had his moments where he killed the team. He tried to put himself on the same pedestal, on the same podium, I guess, as Brown and Tatum, as opposed to just deferring to them as being the talent and the stars and him being just the best role player in the league, which is what he, should have strived for. So, yep, the Celtics, a little bit of choke in the last few years, no doubting that. But again, look at the age of their core. And, I think they're tired of hearing it. Games like last game kind of show me they're tired of hearing it, and all they really do care about is women. Yeah, well, see what's on my mind, is winning, okay? Tatum, he's not trying to get 30 points a game. He's trying to set up teammates, trying to play defense, he's trying to rebound, because that's what the game is calling for from him. That is a sign of somebody who has turned off all the MVP garbage, the point per game garbage, and is like, just let me get my damn ring. Let me get my chip. Okay. Brown had some amazing plays last game. Passes I've never seen from, him up until recently. Defense, block shots, he's doing the little things, setting perfect screens to set other players up, passing up what is a really good shot for him for a great shot for other teammates. So all of these things point towards they've learned their lesson. This is the year they're going to break through. Now, hopefully they don't make the old bull look dumb tonight and just, throw up a stinker and let this game go this series go 1-1. This needs to be another fast series, preferably 4 games. After the first game, it looked like I was wrong about Cleveland. I thought they were going to be a reasonable size obstacle. Not having Jared Allen, he's not making a 25-point difference and not winning that game with Jared Allen, but that is significant for them. I don't know if he's playing again tonight. If someone can post in the comments, help me out here. Let me know if Jared Allen's playing. That would be nice to know, because he is, their best rim defender. And that does change the amount of layups, dunks the Celtics are going to get. And they had a decent amount of them last game. So we'll have to see how that goes with them. And, Donovan Mitchell, he was absolutely amazing last game, and it still did not matter. Garland has been struggling this postseason. Hopefully this is not the game he wakes up. But I like the Celtics strategy. I was worried about Holiday against Garland because he struggles a bit against ultra-fast, shifty guards. They've had a great game plan. They put him mostly up against Mitchell, Holiday on Mitchell, and they've been using Derek White in double coverage on Garland, which I like. With Mitchell, he got his points, but the Celtics made him earn them. He didn't get a lot of easy points. So he was banging off guys down low, getting in almost impossible layups, and, you have to give the guy credit. He was doing that great, and, sometimes you get to tip your cap to him, but otherwise, he wasn't much of a factor. I mean, look at the score. So hopefully Tatum doesn't take the bait. He doesn't take the cheese and start forcing shots tonight to show you, oh, I am better than Anthony Edwards. I don't know where this comparison comes from. Stick with your game, Tatum. You've been playing amazing. You've been a leader. That is a sign of a leader, a guy who hits the playoffs and goes, I don't care about my points per game. I care about winning, moving on, winning the championship. And the fact that he's not going iso ball a lot, forcing up a lot of bad threes, doesn't mean he doesn't occasionally still take a shot that makes you go, too much time on the shot clock, Tatum, guy in your face, not necessary. Still does that occasionally, but nothing like the regular season, where we see that quite a bit, actually. So that's been great. I've been super encouraged by that. Derek White, hopefully he stays en fuego. He has just been absolutely on fire. And I mean, man, can you imagine if Porzingis was playing and they were clicking on all cylinders and Derek White's playing like this? Forget it. I mean, they should not lose another game for the playoffs. That's fantasy world. We don't live in that world. They're going to lose at some point a game or two. And hopefully they don't, they don't go deep into these series, though. Again, ultimate goal before the regular season even started. Health, rest. And so far, with the exception of the Porzingis injury, it's been A++ across the board. He comes back and he looks like himself. We're back to, when there's no other injuries and we keep finishing these series short, fast, all A+ across the board. Good luck to whoever meets us in the West. We get by Cleveland and New York. So I also love another developing thing, the series coming up ahead of us. It looks like we're probably playing the Knicks. They're up 2-0 on Indiana. And if you think the Heat are bad with fouls, being handsy, pushing the envelope, the Knicks are just as bad. They are absolutely awful. They just slow the game down. A lot of very subtle, small holds, a lot of grabbing, clutching, bumping. And again, I'm not watching. I'll watch football in the fall. Okay. I don't want to watch my beautiful, skilled basketball game ruined and slowed down with clutching and grabbing. This isn't hockey. This isn't football. It's a game of finesse and beauty. I want fouls called when they are done to my players, when they're done to the other team's players. So the Pacers submitted to the league 78 blown calls in the first two games, what they feel like a 78 blown calls. I'm hoping this brings awareness. Thank you, Pacers. And I'm hoping the refs get a call from the league and go, hey, these guys are right. You guys are missing way too much. I understand it's the playoffs. You want them to play, blah, 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 blah. But no. It's still basketball. You need to start calling a lot of these fouls because that's the game, and they're mucking it up. So good job there, Pacers. Hopefully by the time, if we do run into the Celtics, New York in the next round, it's called fair and square. And if that is the case and they can't do what the Heat did, that series should end quickly as well. So, all right, people, we will see you for the post game. Hopefully the young calf will be joining me. And all right, hopefully we're jovial and full of joy and celebrating Game 2 Celtics victory against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Go Celtics. Thank you for tuning in.